Hello everybody, got all the portable fans cleaned up. Let's check the ceiling fans. That looks to be on high, working well. This one has the Bahama motor on it. There's the next speed. See what that is. So it was on medium to start out with. So we'll spin it down and go through all the speeds right quick. Seems to have good bearings yet. See how high looks. Right up to speed, no problem. Moves quite a bit of air. And there's medium. And low. So we'll go back to medium where it was, and that'll be good. So that one's ready to go. That's probably late 80s. Don't remember the exact date it was installed, but it's been there close to 40 years now. And there you have it. Next up will be this 52-inch hugger, same finish, the antique brass and cane blades. Seems like this one has a capacitor that has high and 2 medium, so I'm going to look out in the Horde and see about getting that swapped out. Been saying that for years, but maybe this will be the year. The fan works okay, so it's not really a big issue. Here we go. I think it's set on medium. And this room is big enough it would actually be not a bad thing if it had a double install. But it does pretty well as is. So that's the next speed down. Or is that off? Let me off. We'll let that spin down. So if that was the low speed, that's spinning quite fast for a low speed. And this one has a pretty good set of bearings in it yet. Well, let's start it up on high. That's pretty good high. And that's medium. Kind of a fast medium. I guess all three speeds are working. It's kind of a fast low speed, but it works, so I think I'll probably leave well enough alone. Let it spin down. And that is fantastic. Let's give this old early 80s Lasco a try. This is kind of the gray area. It's kind of a portable fan, but it's permanently installed in a permanent fixed area. So we'll include it in this video. It doesn't get used often, so it doesn't need servicing too much, but probably next year I'll go ahead and pull it down and give it a good cleaning and lubing. This one starts up on low and then goes up from there. Nice and smooth. Let's go up to medium. Now that's the sound of a childhood summer in the 80s right there. And high. Moves a bunch of air. And let's spin it down. And as you can see, the bearings are in pretty good shape for being at least 40 years old. Let's give this 91 Hunter Summer Breeze a test out. Looks to be starting up on low. It's got a pleasant low speed. Go off and then up to high. It's a pretty good performer, still got good bearings in it. And medium. And it's got a pretty good speed difference between the settings. And then we'll go back to low. I always put them back where I found them. And that's pretty good. Go ahead and spin it down. And it goes and goes. And that takes care of the 1991 Hunter Summer Breeze. So now we'll go off into the front bedrooms and check the Hunter Originals. Well, let's start with this 1982 brown and bright brass model. Looks like I have it on the factory low speed, which is now medium on this fan. Comes right up and gets with it. Here's low, which is the added capacitor in there. And that's a good functional low. So let's go to high. And it works as you would expect an original to work on high, blowing everything around in the room. Let's go ahead and spin it down. And set my chain to the medium speed where I had it. Very good performing fan. Very happy with it. And there's that one done. Let's give the 1985 original the 1.1 amp with the reverse switch on top of the motor housing. I think this one's set on low. And there's what it looks like with the light on. Got those real nice cane blades on it, antique brass grape leaf faceplate in the works. Looks pretty good. And that's a typical low speed from one of these. Go on to high. And as far as I can tell, it whips the air just fine, being a 1.1 amp. Medium. That's a great medium for sleeping right there. And then we'll go ahead and spin it down from medium. And I'll set the switch back to low and the light back on for next time somebody comes in here. And that one is ready to go. And I'll wrap up with the 1984 3-speed 2.5 amp Hunter Original. This one should be on the medium setting. That's a good speed for sleeping right there. And I've added a capacitor to make this a 4-speed. There's the factory low. And here is the added low, which it makes a low like the 1.1 amp. And that's perfect for wintertime right there. Just to gently bring the heat down from the ceiling. So let's let it go on high. And it performs like you would expect an original to perform. It's a little wobbly with that isolation ring. Might need some new grommets on it. And put it back on the medium. And spin it down. And that one is fully functional as well. No issues that I can see. Very good. So once again, this has been testing the ceiling fans in the house for 2024. Make sure everything's up and running well. Thank you for watching.